And I'll be lobbying the Commission, asking them to pass regulations that favor outdoor farmers. Outdoor cultivation is much more environmentally friendly, much less of an environmental impact with the use of the synthetic nutrients that an indoor grow will inevitably have, and the use of electric lights, and all of the land uses associated with indoor warehouses coming up to produce cannabis. That's completely unnecessary. We have beautiful farmland here in Massachusetts, and the people who have farmland that can produce food and cannabis alongside each other should be given the priority opportunity to cultivate crops together and sell them in the market. Pointing out that there's a lot of onerous regulations that are unnecessary that add undue burden for small farmers, such as the security requirements and the double lock boxes and all of these regulations that will be expensive. It looks simple at first and at first glance, but if you really add all this stuff up, that amounts to thousands of dollars that small farmers don't have. And really, this industry is supposed to be about giving a less economically able person an opportunity to become more economically able, not a way to make the rich people richer.
Great. So we are holding 10 hearings around the state. Yesterday, Monday, February 5th, we were in Western Massachusetts. We're hearing a broad spectrum of comments on the draft regulations, everything from opponents of legalization right through to marijuana advocates, and a lot of questions about licensing, municipal permitting, and how they intersect. So it's been very interesting and very rewarding to get these citizens to come out and speak on these matters. It's very helpful to us, and I really appreciate the fact that they've come out, taken time out of their day to give us feedback that will help inform us as we move towards the final promulgation of our regulations. It is very interested in promoting Massachusetts businesses and providing opportunities for Massachusetts residents in this relatively new legal industry. And so it's very helpful to get the feedback from those in the agricultural community and those from the small business community on the issues pertaining to farming and small business growth in general.
I think you heard some of that today.
We did hear some of that today. And then in other hearings, not so much this one, in other hearings we've also heard from prevention activists on ideas to help us strengthen our regulations regarding prevention of diversion to minors.
About the 18-21-year-old regulations as they stand now?
Sure. So under the adult use statute, only 21-year-olds are permitted to partake in the adult use of marijuana. However, in the medical use of marijuana laws, you can be a medical patient at 18 as long as a doctor certifies, or certified nurse practitioner, that the use of marijuana for medical purposes is appropriate. You do have to register with the Department of Public Health to obtain a registration card, and that, together with a government-issued ID, would allow you to purchase marijuana from one of the registered marijuana dispensaries that are located around the state, and I believe there are 19 or 20 of them. Sure, there are provisions in the adult use laws that seek to provide equitable opportunities, particularly to communities that have been disproportionately impacted by past enforcement of federal and state law on drugs. We hired someone to do a report to identify the particular communities that have been especially impacted, in addition to some other criteria. And we're looking to provide some opportunities and some education to people who fit certain eligibility criteria, and again, promote opportunity for Massachusetts residents to get started in this industry. So we do have a statutory deadline that will require us to promulgate final regulations by March 15th, and we want to be able to promulgate some regulations that are safe and sensible and prevent diversion to minors. We really appreciate those that could come out to our hearings. The details on the public hearings are available on our website. For those that are unable to come to our hearings, we strongly encourage them to let their voice be heard and email us at cannabiscommission@state.ma.us or mail comments to us at 101 Federal Street, 13th floor, Boston, MA 02110.
Kate Doyle, thanks very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
The whole concern today was the farmers, and the reason for the farmers, I actually was around the farm. There's still a Lawless farm in Canada. The thing about the farmers is, well, I'd like to see protections for them, because first of all, they need the income. Second of all, if they have to zone their land, what happens now is that they're going to be zoned either commercial or industrial, and the taxes are going to be high. And what happens if they lease the land and then the company pulls out? Now they have a piece of land that should be agricultural land, but now it's zoned for industrial, commercial, and their people all have a different opinion of this. But I do know studies, the more I read, it's helping the veterans and other people get off other addictive drugs. The opioid crisis is rampant in our communities now. So this is one way that'll help. And the farmers should have, a better access than having to zone their land. They zone their land, then what happens down the road? They could be paying higher taxes on it.
Thanks very much, Lorne.
You're welcome.
Lorne Lawless, former selectman, Somerset.
Thank you.